Hey everyone, welcome to Love to Create by Tonya. Today we're going to be creating these charming farmhouse style tobacco baskets. For this design, you're going to need a couple of sheets of the cardstock paper. I'm going to measure these just a little bit over 1 inch wide. You'll cut them into strips. And then you're going to need one of these tiny little staplers because it goes in between the paper a lot easier than a larger one would. And as you can see, I'm just leaving a little space in between each one of the strips. Now we're going to go ahead, as you see, and just weave them in between, over and under, until you get the shape and the size that you want. Now we're just going to go ahead and take one of the strips and go around the outside edges. And this is why we're using the tiny stapler, because you can fit down into the corners a lot easier. And this is a very simple technique. It's basically just the weaving of a basket, the over and under technique. And actually I was going to try this with some poster board, and if you guys would be interested in seeing me do that video, please leave that in the comments below. Now we're going to overlap this just a little, and as you can see, you want to pull that strip to the outside edge and then just staple each one of them down. And as you come to the corner, you're just going to kind of curve the paper and just lift up the little flaps on the inside, and it'll start forming that curved round shape. Just make sure as you're placing the outer strip on to keep overlapping, and that will give extra support to your basket. Now you will want to use cardstock paper for this project because it's just a little bit thicker. Now when we do apply the chalk paints to this, because of the plaster of Paris in the chalk paint, it will cause the paper to harden, and I think you're going to love this technique. Now on this one, I went ahead and just hot glued some of the large popsicle sticks to the center. The other basket that you'll see later on in the video, I used just the strips of paper, and it still worked and was very secure. And another little tip, I don't know if you noticed, I'm actually using one of the puppy pea pads there, and they are wonderful to do your crafts on. And you can buy these at Big Lots, Walmart, and they really last a long time, and it really helps keep the mess up off your table. And that's just a little tip for everyone. Now on this one, I'm going to go ahead and do an undertone color with that truffle brown. And you can paint your basket whatever color that you would like to see. I just thought that I would try some of these colors for some of the designs that I wanted to have in my home. And as you can see, I'm taking the next color, which is, you know, quite a bit lighter. And when you're doing colors like this, you always want to start with your darkest color first, and then you want to build the lightness on top of that. And that's what's going to give the realistic effect to any of the items that you're creating. Now this one is still just a little bit yellow to me, so you'll see here in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more of the creamy white. Now I am going to put this little popsicle stick on the back, and that will be my support for hanging. As you can see, we're lightening it up. And if you use a hair dryer on this, you'll start noticing the paper getting really stiff. And here's the first one that I had done. This was my sample, which I'm going to go ahead and decorate this for you at the end. I hope you enjoy these as much as I have. I think I'm going to make several in several different sizes. Now the flowers here, I picked those up at Dollar Tree, and I just thought I'd go ahead and make this one kind of a fun spring Easter decor. Now this little greenery that I'm sticking in through the bottom sides there, that is some greenery that I purchased at Michael's. And they've got some really nice little sprigs of that for just a couple dollars. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put one of my simple little burlap bows right there in the center. And this is the one we do where we just fold it over and make 4 or 5 loops. And I'm just going to tie a simple little string around the center and just pull the little loops out, and you've got a simple little bow. I'm going to go ahead and pop maybe just a little bit of the white flowers in the center of the burlap bow, and a few more sprigs of the greenery, as you can see, coming around the sides and the bottom. And I just had to add a couple of those beautiful little finch birds that I did pick up at Dollar Tree. And there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put this ribbon hanger on the back, and I just wanted to try this out and see how the ribbon hanger would work, and it did work quite well. And I think when you get to try these, making them yourself, you're going to love the way they feel after they harden from the chalk paint. Oh, okay, now we're going to go ahead and add a few of the little dogwood flowers to the bottom. And there we go. Charming little farmhouse style tobacco basket. Okay, now here's the first one that I done. This was the sample that I tried, and I went ahead and just glued a little bit of the greenery on with some of the little flowers in the center. I actually picked up the ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and that farmer's market sign I just picked up the other day at Dollar General. But I wanted to decorate this in the center where you could just hang it up like that, or you could just lay a little sign right over the top of it. Well, there you go, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the tobacco basket tutorial. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you do so. And I'll see you next time. Next